It's Ericdprince and Uncle Jacq from BlackMenLoveAnime.com, and it's the E&J Podcast. E&J Podcast. Ericdprince, Uncle Jacq, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, how you living, famo?
I can't complain, man. I'm pretty hyped for this episode, man. I'm pretty hyped for this episode because this is gonna be a good one. I already know, and everybody go ahead and check out blackmenloveanime.com along the way. But yeah, the episode topic for today is just the things that we hate in anime. But yeah. So I'll let you go ahead, bro.
Yes, sir. So before we get into the topic of today's podcast episode, I just want to have a moment of silence. Now, that was horrible, okay? You wasn't supposed to sit in the middle of that, man. It done ruined everything. Now, the reason why I got to have this moment of silence is because we talking about things that we hate in anime. And before I get into the particular things that I, Uncle Jacq, hate in anime, I got to talk about Game of Thrones. Now, I know it's a lot of people that watch Game of Thrones already. Black people, white people, Asian people, a lot of people across America are tuned in to the final season of Game of Thrones. And without spoiling the events of the last episode that just played, I'm just going to say that it left me upset. I ain't talking regular upset.
You might go ahead and spoil it. I'm caught up. You caught up. Let's get it.
Well, I guess so, man. So this is the spoiler alert. If you don't want the show to be spoiled for you, just go ahead and skip forward about 10, 15 minutes, and you can get back to the regularly scheduled program. But yes, bro, if you've seen the last episode of Game of Thrones, you see what happens when you have a decision on your hands to either go the angelic route or the demonic route. You can either go the saint way or the savage way. And the mother of dragons definitely went out like a savage.
Well, she went in, dog. She went in on some G shit.
Hey, man, she just snapped, bro. And I'm not even going to talk about the reasons why she snapped, man. All I know is that in the heat of the moment, she snapped. She said, you know what? I see all this that's here for the taking, but forget all that. I want to burn some stuff up. That's exactly what she did.
We'll burn some stuff up. Yo, the scene, like, there was a good it felt like 5 minutes, but it was really just one where the camera was just zooming in on her face as she was just thinking and thinking and thinking. And I'm just like, she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. Oh, shit, they still zooming. She going to do it. Bruh, she went in. Woo.
I said she did it, man. I'm thinking as soon as she flew off with the dragon and everything goes, she gonna burn a little stuff up, and then she gonna go right to Cersei, and then just burn her to the crypts. But no, she gotta go in a zigzag motion, just weaving across the cityscape, just burning buildings here, burning people's here. And the whole time while all this going on, as soon as she get the roasting stuff up, what do her men do? Oh, fuck it. The queen killing niggas. Fuck it. We might as well join in the savagery.
Yo, I did not see that coming. I did not see all of them just killing everybody, as well as Drogon.
Man. Oh, yeah. Now, I could expect all that from a dragon. I don't care about that because that's just a wild animal that's tamed by its owner. But the rest of them dudes, oh, no, man. Y'all ain't have to go out like that, man. Especially after seeing that y'all won, man. Y'all won, man. But Grey Worm, the one that kicked it off, though.
Yeah,
John was supposed to say something. He just steady dumbstruck and all in all about this whole thing and everything else. He's somewhat shell shocked. Grey Worm was like, you know what? Since ain't nobody else gonna do nothing, forget it. This how we rocking for the rest of the episode.
To be honest, man. I shouldn't even, nobody should have been shot because they foreshadowed it when Sansa and Arya told Jon, they said, hey, you did what you had to do, but we doing what we got to do by telling you, we don't trust your queen, dog. And man, woo, that is wow.
They gave her every reason. She gave them every reason why she's not trusted in the North. And so by the end of the episode, that was the only thing that I was left saying. What about the North? What about the North? You seen what she did in the South, the King's Landing. But what about the North? The North is not going to bend to no king in the South. What
So
about the North?
what about the episode got you like, wanting to rant?
Man, it's the fact that I just didn't see that coming, man. I didn't see that coming, man. And then for the episode to have gone out like how it went out, and then for it to not be the finale, you know what really got me upset about everything, bro?
What's up?
It's the fact that Bran seen all this shit coming in episode 3 and ain't warned nobody. This man got all the spoilers.
And episode 3, is that the episode? Wait, episode 3.
I'm talking about Bran. That's who I'm talking about. The new three-eyed raven. That's who I'm talking about.
I'm saying of the new season.
Yeah.
And the new season, episode 3. What about episode 3?
Man, you know when the Night King was coming and attacking the city and everything else, and Bran is just like, all right, I'm finna leave, y'all. And then he just warged into some birds and everything else. You know, he looking all into the future, all into the past, all at the same damn time. He got all
So
the
he can look
spoilers
in the
on
future
deck.
too. I didn't even know that. I thought he only was like a past. As soon as something happens, he could remember it. I didn't know he could look in the future too. I got you.
Yes.
I mean, I guess it's not his place to say nothing, bro. He's just he's just a 3-hour raven, the watcher, bro.
Man, bump that, man. Bump that. He's supposed to give us a warning or something, or like you said, how about you foreshadow some shit?
That was a good one. Okay. That was hilarious on some real shit. That episode was fire. I can't wait till we get to our.
They had me disgusted, man. I was like, you know what? Because I could see all the stuff that Daenerys did over her come up and everything else. And so while that was happening, I was just like, you know what, man? You know, she said mercy is her greatest strength. So once she took out all the things that could kill her dragon, I was like, oh yeah, that's it. But then she just, when her mind snapped and she just got to burning everything up, and the good guys became the bad guys, and Jon and Arya is just witnessing all this stuff going on and everything else. I said, well, I'll be damned. I just don't know whose side to really root for no more. Cause you know, and the only thing that I said besides that was I'm just glad Grey Worm didn't fight the Mountain.
Yo. First off, this nigga John had to stab under his own people to stop him from raping a chick. I was like, okay, y'all niggas are savages for real out this bitch. But yeah, the Mountain, this nigga got stabbed in the face. I was just like, huh. Let me go ahead and handle this right here and take it out my head. That was wild. I was with the Hound at that point. Hey man, why ain't you dying?
Okay.
Like, just die, bro. Like,
man, he refused to die. He refused to die, man. You got no health left, bro. Why is you still taking combos?
For real. For the longest time, his health meter, like the Pokemon thing, when it's like, but he just not going.
Hey, look, man, it's even worse than that, man. It's doing all that bell ringing, and then it just go all the way right back up.
Restore.
Okay.
That shit was wild.
I'm just thinking to the Hound. I'm like, man, he got you in this grip, man. He finna bust your head, man. You done pulled out the secret blade, but why you trying to stab him in the shoulder, in the gut, in the stab him in the head? You finally stab him in the head, and man, he just pulled that knife out and just look at him like, bro, it's finna be round 2. What you talking about?
For real, I don't even understand how the hell Qyburn brought him back to be like that. Like that's something, you know what, since I'm gonna go ahead and dive into it. One of the things that I hate about anime, and this goes with the Game of Thrones as well on the topic, is when anime characters, or just when stuff happens in anime that is amazing, but they don't really go into it or explain. And it's not like unexplained to the point where it's a plot hole. It's just that it's not explained enough to where it would be really interesting. Because I would really want to know what Kyburn did to make the mountain pretty much a damn undead, like a Night's King nigga. He wasn't going for nothing, but he was still like, I don't know,
He's
sentient. He still knew what was going on. It was amazing. That's an
yeah,
amazing piece of work. I would love to see how he did that.
because like if you look at his eyes in contrast to the White Walker's eyes, his eyes was red. But
Bloodshot.
but for whatever reason, he was still, like you said, a sentient undead. Man, on some real stuff, bro. This man was what the Umbrella Corporation was trying to do in all the Resident Evil games with the Tyrant program and the Nemesis and everything else. How can we make a big super buff super soldier that's resistant to all types of damage and everything else and can basically one shot anybody?
Anybody, man. Man, I remember this now. Do you remember back in this is the last thing I'm gonna say about Game of Thrones? We about damn near we are 10 to 11 minutes in. We ain't even talked about the topic yet for real, for real. But I remember when Cersei ordered, I think it was a chick who made Cersei walk through the town saying shame,
Mm-hmm.
shame. She ordered the mountain to have sex with her. Do you remember that?
Is that what she ordered him to do?
Yeah, you remember she went in there. Or she had him go in there. He closed the door, but the scene ended like with him like taking off his helmet. He was on top of her. She was just screaming as the door closed from the other side, and then like went off. He was raping her, bro, or fucking her, however you want to call it. But now I'm looking in hindsight, like, oh, that's what she. As soon as he took his helmet off, she screamed.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
that's what she saw. And then he was on top of her. I can't even imagine what the rest of him looked like. That's nasty. That is nasty.
I
Ooh,
I can imagine. I can
ooh, I can
imagine.
imagine this nigga here. Oh, I don't even want to imagine.
Only
Anyway,
only reason I can imagine is because in some of the anime groups that I'm a part of on Facebook, from time to time, people will post some pictures that are quite gruesome. And I seen one today that was of somebody's junk if it was super duper foul. And that's what I imagine the mountain shit to look like.
super duper foul. Hell no, bro. Hell
Man, it's
no.
horrible. But you know what though? You're right. Because that is an unexplained situation within the world. And that's something that anime series, and it's a lot of series in general that's just notorious for this. You just bring up something big like that. It could be something big or it could be something small, but it's just something that's related to the story that's brought up, it's functioning, it's not explained, and then you get rid of it. And then it's like, well, nah, man, don't give me that type of mystery. Don't give me that type of mystery. I don't want that. Okay. Got me over here scratching my head and whatnot.
Hell yeah. On the slick, I'm trying to think of something off the top of my head, but there's a lot of those kind of moments in Naruto. Like there's a lot of little Naruto moments, Shippuden, I should say specifically. Like where some people be having abilities where I'm just like, why didn't you just use that from the jump? Like you could have slick ended a lot of the deaths that happened if you just would have, brought out the ace up your sleeve. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna get into all that. That was a nitpicking thing. But I really got two main points that I want to get into about shit that I hate with anime, man. If you're done, or if you were gonna still go on, you can go ahead.
Well, I just said what I needed to say about the thing there because I can't think off the top of my head just unresolved plot scenes or unresolved plot twists or things of that nature. So I'll let you go ahead and get into what you got to talk about.
Got you, man. So the first thing that I hate about motherfucking anime fillers, man, and I should say, I guess specifically fillers that really don't contribute at all to the main plot. And an example of this, I should put it like this: an example of a filler that contributes to the plot, or fillers that contribute to the plot, is One Piece. One Piece does great with its fillers and its arc fillers. They still go along with the overall like everything that's going on in the One Piece world still happens. Events still happen, and like everything still goes along with Luffy being the king. They do an amazing job. And even on the lower end of the spectrum, as a kid, Dragon Ball Z did a great job in managing to make me and millions of others watch somebody charge up a fucking spirit bomb for 4 or 5 episodes and then actually throw that shit. Even like as shitty as that was still better than some of the fillers where it's just like in the middle of the battle, we have a 20-minute episode flashback of how a nigga came to be where he was. I don't want to see none of that shit, nigga. Like I get that you guys trying to save time, animation, and money, but give me what I want, man. Fuck this shit. You might as well just to call. You might as well just to took a break and just made everything else a whole other season. Why you like fuck, man? That shit is so annoying. And in one of the shows I'm watching, Black Clover, great show. I love it. It might just eventually one day be the next big three. Anyways, there's at this pivotal fight scene, great fight scene, and the main character is like, "I can't beat you, so teammate help!" And his teammate jumps in and he does some epic shit. And right before the epic shit happens, he has a flashback. So the rest of that episode is his flashback. I'm like, all right, hey, it is what it is. Let me go ahead and wait till next week because I'm a loyal fucking watcher and follower. Let me wait till next week to the next episode and see what happens.
Eric the Prince here, and if you were like me and wanted to start a podcast but had no idea where to begin, Anchor is the easiest way to get started. They give you everything you need for free. Free. I'm saying it again. No money. Free. And I didn't even get started off my laptop or my computer. I got started off my phone, and here I am now, and you're listening to me. They give you all the tools you need to record and edit your podcast so it sounds great. Plus, they distribute it everywhere. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, you name it. To top it all off, you can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. So go ahead and download that Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
The episode ends with the flashback. I come back to the next week, new episode, and it starts with the same flashback, and the whole episode is still this teammate's fucking flashback. And then it ends with this teammate saying the same thing that the first episode ended with, which was him saying some shit like, I got it, I'm gonna do it. And that was just like, oh my god, this is fucking annoying. And I don't remember if I said this already, so stop me if I did. But another anime that did this horribly was Bleach. For those who don't know, the main character was Ichigo, and the whole first little plot line of it all, with all the little fillers of it, was okay, we got to stop this big bad guy named Aizen. He's trying to do some crazy shit. So after all, it was great. It was amazing. It was legit. It legit earned its spot as one of the big three. Slick big two. And then after they beat Aizen, unlike the One Piece fillers where it kind of still goes into the overall Luffy's got to be the king, captain of the world, yada yada, pirate king. With Bleach, it was like, all right, we beat Aizen, then it was a filler, then it was a whole new plot, then it was a filler, then it was a whole nother new plot. Like, they just ran that franchise into the ground. Like, it was horrible. It was really bad. And anyways, I just don't like fillers, man. I really don't like fillers. If anything, give it to me like on some Dragon Ball Z shit where it's not a flashback. I'd much rather just see a nigga charge up a spirit bomb and talk shit the whole episode, like in the now, than look at a flashback. Unless the flashback is some epic ass Samurai Jack, Afro Samurai fight scenes, and they're usually not. There's some lovey dovey ass shit, like when they're kids and they like fall and hurt themselves and cry, and dad told them to get up. Like, I don't want to see that. I don't need to see that. That's fucking lame. Anyways, though, I'm kind of ranting, but
that's all right, man. That's all
that
right,
shit,
man.
son.
That's righteous rage, man. Cause here it is. I'm in the middle of this fight scene, or here it is. I'm in the middle of this arc, and I'm trying to figure out what's gonna happen next. And the next thing I know, for another 2-3 episodes, I got to deal with flashback memories of side characters that I don't even care about.
Hell yeah. I'm cool being on the edge of my seat for an episode. Maybe even 2. But 3? You pushing me, bruh. I might have to put that
Mm,
so you got 10 episodes made, and I come back and just fast forward through them all.
that's what I did at the end of Naruto.
For real though, went straight to the anime to the Great Ninja War. Like, okay, I don't need to see all this talking, all this preparation. This ain't Game of Thrones. It's not worth it. I just need to get straight to the fighting.
There's two types of filler. You got type 1 filler, which is the type of filler that everybody hates, which is the filler that just gets thrown in there just to pass time because the anime directors are coming up on the manga and they don't want to overtake the manga, so they try to like throw some filler episodes to like kill time and you know little cash grab here and there, but it don't do nothing. It don't do nothing for the story, and the character development that usually goes into the character is not nothing because we don't hear about these events later on in the series. Then you got type 2 filler, which is mainly like flashback episodes. Sometimes it might be like a lore episode. You getting into like a backstory of somebody, figuring out a little bit more about them. That's something that's a little bit more bearable. But once again, in the case of Naruto, when you throw too many of them back to back, and here it is, I know we at the end of the story. I know we at the end of the story. At this point, Itachi is dead and he's gone. Why are we still learning about him? This actually would have been a little bit more relevant at the last time we seen him. Okay, which was about 40 episodes ago. So y'all are late. And then you mean to tell me that it just don't even matter? It don't even matter. That's the thing that bothers me. It don't even matter. So if it's not a good episode, if it's not well written, because it's some good filler episodes, like that episode where I think Rock Lee and his squad they do their little tuning exams in the Sand Village. That was dope, even
Yeah.
though that really didn't count for nothing either. But that was still dope. That was a good filler episode. But it's a lot that are unworthy of me mentioning them because there ain't no point in them even existing. Now, one thing I can say about filler is that there's a whole filler series, Full Metal Alchemist, the first series that was created. That whole show is filler because they divulge from where the manga goes and then it just creates its own little story. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is everything that's in the manga, everything that's canon. And Full Metal Alchemist is acceptable filler for the most part. Even though even in its show, it still had its filler episodes where we just getting stories that don't really do nothing for us, and then next episode we back on track with it.
Hey, Full Metal Alchemist was dope, man. The filler and the regular show, it was amazing. I can't talk
Oh
no.
yeah, oh yeah. Now that's filler done right. That is filler done right. Okay, if you're gonna do something like that, just go ahead and just they realized that the manga wasn't going nowhere no time soon,
Yeah.
so they could have did us like the original Dragon Ball Z and gave us like 20 episodes that was the span of 5 minutes in the show actually,
For real.
but they decided not to, and they did the smart thing. They did the smart thing.
All right. All right. All right. So, what or do you want to go next, or should I get to my second thing? After my second thing, I don't really got nothing else. Nothing else I can think of enough to say I hate it.
Well, my second thing is not necessarily a thing within anime itself, but well, it is, but it's more of a character trope. It's a type of character that I despise. A certain type of character I despise.
I,
One just despise. Like when you see you, it's not like they're the only type of character. There's other characters like this in the show. I'm talking about those shifty characters that's always look like they up to no good. Just want to just throw a monkey wrench in the day's plans. They not necessarily bad guys. They're not bad guys all the time. Sometimes they just side characters that are just annoying assholes that get in the way of everything. Okay? And I don't understand why you're being antagonistic and you're not the antagonist of the show. I actually wish that they were.
By chance?
Do I have an example by
What you
chance?
think of?
One that I could think of.
Like, I'm trying to think of an example of what you said because I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Um,
I was racking my brain and I was actually doing some searching on the internet trying to find somebody like this. If anything that I said matches an anime character that anybody knows, feel free to submit a picture of this character to the Black Man Love Anime Gmail and we'll post it to the site.
for sure. I think, well, because not One Piece, My Hero, in My Hero, when class, everybody like Deku and them, they're in class A. There's this one dude in class B, and every time he sees them, or like, I don't know how to explain it, but to go to your point, he every time he sees them, he's like,
He got to
oh
talk shit.
yeah, man,
He
you
got
guys
to
are great
talk
place.
shit every single time he sees them. He got to talk shit and down talk them and everything else, and use a whole loser out here, dude.
Whole loser out this bitch. Your whole team got to drag you away because you were such a loser. I'd be like, damn, yo, shut up. You really don't add nothing to
Like,
to nothing.
listen here, man. Like, you embarrassing us, bro. You, you embarrassing us. Just stop, okay? And there's another character that fits into the mold of what I just described from a recent anime that I just got through watching. Actually, that time I got reincarnated as a slime. It's a character that he comes across in his travels while he is a slime and everything else. And this guy, like I said, he's a douchebag. Okay, he's a classic 100% douchebag for no other reason than that he has the capability to be that. Okay, now I know what it takes to be a bad guy. I could be an asshole, a cocky bastard if I really want to, but I'm not gonna do that because I'm respectful, okay? But when you disrespectful, oh, everything else just goes out the window. Whatever good quality that or some so quality that could be good if you was doing good things, because you disrespectful and everything else, man, we don't like you. We don't like you, and you're in the show as a character that we don't like. You're not a bad guy, but we don't like you.
Yeah, fuck those characters, man. They just there to waste space, man. I just be like, to be honest, I think and I know I'm not even gonna say that. I know there's some characters and some things and scenes that are done in anime that the writers do just to stretch the time, just to make it get to the end of the episode sooner, so they don't got to do more actual work. Because I can't lie, I'd probably do the same shit too if I was working on something for hundreds of episodes. But yeah, I'm alright without those characters. They wouldn't really help. On some real shit for a long time in Naruto, like some of the other teams, like you had Naruto's team and like a few other ones who had shining moments. But a couple of them teams, like I could just do without. Like Choji's team for a minute until Choji went ham and went all butterfly mode when the village got attacked. I mean I could do without all them niggas. It was really just about Rock Lee to me and then Naruto's team. Neji and Naruto's team. At least I'm now to date myself, to time it. I'm going back to like the tuning exams and shit. Like
So, like, up until that point,
after the
so
tuning exams. After the tuning exams, it seemed like just Naruto and Naruto's team. And I'm trying to for real think who outside of Naruto and the quest for Sasuke and Sasuke's team was important. Fucking nobody, bro. Nobody, and like for real, nobody. Maybe
yeah.
Shikamaru scrapped with Kakashi when they fought Hidan and the other dude. But I mean, for real,
After the tuning exams, the story shifted focus basically to like Sasuke and Naruto, and that was it. And so the only
which is cool.
reason,
That was cool with me. I just saying we could have did without the mother niggas, man. It was really just the waste of space.
hey, look, man, somebody had to fight the four sound ninjas. Somebody had to take them on, so they had to. he had to give him some sort of light. You know what I'm saying? Hey, all I'm saying is Kiba might not have what it takes to be Hokage, but I could tell you what, man, if he just came down the street with his dog, man, he just turned into a gigantic Clifford dog, and then he just jumped up in the air, turned into smoke, and now the giant Clifford dog got two heads, and then it do some ninja gang banging
Been
sounds.
around.
Now we got three heads. Hey, I'm throwing my sword down, bro. I'm throwing my gun down. Please don't eat me. I'm gonna shit in your mouth.
Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, man.
That might be the only thing that saved me. Shoot. Shit,
Man,
farting is what saved Naruto when he fought Kiba. Oh man.
all I'm saying is when you think about it, from after the Chunin exams to the Great Ninja War, that whole little time span, nobody was fucking important except the Akatsuki, Naruto, Sasuke, and everybody around them, like close to them. That's a long ass time to be a character in a show and not really have no development. Like to be on some real shit, I would have loved to see Rock Lee. I just wanted to see so much more from Rock Lee. Like I wanted to see them do more with him. He had so much potential as a character, man. That nigga with no jutsu. But I mean, it is what it is.
They did what they could do. And everything that they did do, I mean, that's how it played out. That's how it
Yeah.
played out. And so now all we can do as the fans is debate back and forth what if situations and scenarios based off of already what's established about the characters. Because we already know Naruto and Sasuke top dogs of whatever their world is. But could Rock Lee take on one of them if he had the eight gates?
Yeah, the eight gates, man. They could have went in on the eight gates.
Yeah, man, that's a lot, man. That's a lot, man. The only other thing that I hate about anime is cliffhangers. There's cliffhangers that just come suddenly, man. They just come suddenly at right there at the end of the episode. I hate cliffhangers. I hate cliffhangers. I truly do. I'd
I'm with you.
rather the episode end on a semi-resolution or a semi-resolved point that's leading me somewhere else versus taking me right into a climactic point and then dropping me there.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean. The episode going to end regardless, and I may or may not be upset about it. But when there's some real shit going on, man, and then you just end it right there, and I gotta wait a whole week to. Oh no, man, my heart can't take anticipation like that, man. That should make me throw my laptop out the window.
That's what I'm saying, man. They been leaving us on the edge of the seat for too long, man.
Yeah, man. And then I hate how some of the good mangas and animes that deserve another season, they don't be getting their fair shot, man. I don't know what it is or who it is that makes it the final decision or what's the influencing the factor. The number one influencing factor with how they make their anime seasons and everything else, man.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question, man.
It all
There's a
boils
lot of
down to
anime
the
like that.
fans, I feel like, but like who's really checking? Like who's really checking for that? Is this a Japanese thing or is it a worldwide thing? I don't know how they looking at it,
Hmm. I don't know. That's interesting. That can lead into a deeper conversation. Who really got the levers of power? Who's monitoring shit? Cause my last thing I hate about anime is motherfucking the way every black person is depicted on any of the few times we're in these motherfucking things. And I specifically mean the animes that come out of Asia. I don't mean something like Afro Samurai that kind of sort of like really was American. I shouldn't say was American, but came out in America. Where it wasn't
man.
Japanese
It's American.
dubbed.
It's an
Yeah.
American. It's an American anime.
So, man, because to be honest, first off, I need to post this video onto the Black Men of Anime site, but there's this real good video by the channel Getting the Robot, and it talks about racism in Dragon Ball Z, and I didn't think about a lot of the stuff specifically with Dragon Ball Z, but the video brings up good points. Every single time a black person that that you know is black is depicted in the show, it's like they got all the stereotypes: big ass lips, big buff muscular body, and they talk dumb, yo. They talk like broken English dialect, and so Popo, damn black ass Popo and shit. A lot of him has similarities, like the minstrel show type things that were going on back in the the racist time, the more racist times, and stuff like that. And it was just interesting, right? That's just you know that video made me think about the past, so that's just that. But going forward, I already had these thoughts in my head, and with this new show I'm watching, The Promised Neverland, great show, it's amazing. They brought in a black character, and of course, this black character now, let me give a little bit of background. Can you still hear me?
Oh, I hear you loud and clear.
Okay, okay. And I also want to give a shout out to Anchor, the app. For all y'all listening now, you probably won't know this, but we've been having some technical difficulties. But man, the editing on this app is great. This isn't even an ad. This is just me talking for real on the podcast. The editing on this app is great. So you're probably not even gonna know about the hiccups, and it's gonna be amazing. And I just had to use that as an example for why you should go ahead and download the app yourself. Anyways,
Promise Neverland. What's up with it?
So I like the show is great, but one of the going off what we was just talking about, they bring in this man, I'm starting all messed up. Let me start over. So everybody knows where I'm coming from. Promise Neverland, it's a show about some orphans. They're getting what they think is adopted, but it turns out they're actually pretty much on a farm like cows, and then every time they're getting adopted, they're really being sold off to a monster that's gonna eat them. Long story short, and it's a great anime. Now, what I didn't like about the anime, what happens, a little bit of spoilers, three or four of the orphans start to figure out, okay, we're being fucking eaten. So we gotta come up with a way to get out of this situation. Now, the person who's over the orphanage, they call her mother. She's like, okay, I got some smart ass kids that know what's going on, but I don't want them to know that I know. So what I'm going to do is hire some help to keep eyes on these kids. So she hires another, uh, no help. It's pretty much a maid or another little motherly figure, but it's a black lady. Now, oh man, it's go ahead.
I did some research because I know the character you're talking about. I forget her name, but yeah, it's a sister. She got
Hell yeah.
locks, and she's
Hell yeah.
sadistic to a T. Think
Sadistic, my
what's
nigga.
Shorty's name from Orange is the New Black? You know
Crazy
who
eyes.
I'm talking about. Crazy Eyes.
Crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I think it's crazy eyes. I think they're crazy. Man, I don't even know, but I know what you're talking about.
Man, think her to the third power.
For real, man. And it's weird. I don't know. I get that we have our own unique features, but damn, man, it's like when they drew this character, they gave her the nappy hair, the big body, the lips and all that, which is kind of to be expected. I still don't like it though. But what really started pissing me off was there's a scene in that show where the kids are all outside playing, and the hired help, I'm just gonna call her the black maid, even though she's not really a maid. I'm just gonna call her the black maid. The black maid is out there playing with all these kids, and she says, "Okay, I know that mother told me she thinks it's these three kids that know what's going on. So what I'm gonna do, we're all gonna play a game of tag, but I'm not gonna let them know that I'm really trying to evaluate them, how smart they are, how fast they are, this, and that." So the maid, she counts like they're playing hide and seek. She counts to 10. All the kids run off, and then it like focuses on her for a quick 5 seconds, like one of those Dragon Ball Z Goku moments where he has internal thought, and then he just takes
Mhm.
off and starts fighting the enemy. Same deal. It was like a quick focus on her face,
and bruh, she took off. And when I tell you, it's like they, man, I don't even know how to describe it, but they got this chick. She's fast as hell. She's just all the typical stereotypes, a big ass, strong black person. She's soup. They make it very known that she's damn near like peak physical condition, strong, fast, all that type of shit. Now,
Right.
all of that
You know,
combined,
you know, certain people have superior genetics.
it's not
They just
even.
prime for that.
I don't
They
even know,
prime for
man.
that.
It's not that I don't know it's not true. It's just the way that they went about depicting it. I could tell that this was a white person or just a non-black person who drew this character. Like there was just so much. It was like they really just stuck to the stereotypes instead of making her a human. Because outside of the physical traits and characteristics, she is a sadistic. Like they got her personality is kind of like fucked up and sadistic, and the way they usually do those characters, where they show those characters like I don't know in a corner, then they have a dark cloud over their face and they start looking evil. When they do those things to this black character, it just looks even worse than regular sadistic anime. Like I don't even know how to explain it, man. They really go all the way out of their way to let it be known this chick has problems. She has mental issues. She's sick. Like, man, I don't know. It just really bugged me the
She's
way
just
they
an ugly
portrayed it.
person. She has an ugly personality, and for all intents and purposes, she's a piece of shit.
Pretty
no
much.
matter no matter how shiny she may seem on the outside, because I'm sure the children are unaware of her true intentions in the beginning, and then eventually they figure something out. Because shit, you gonna figure something out eventually.
And
I would hope.
I can I can see somebody listening to me and then in response say something like, well, Eric, I mean, somebody's got to be the bad guy on the show. And my response to that would be going back a little bit when I said that Mother hired this black maid. Mother
Mm-hmm.
herself, the lady who runs the orphanage, she's a sadistic piece of shit. But they do not go about showing the sadisticness the same way. They portray Mother, this white skinned or light skinned Asian or white person, however you want to put it. They portray her as a Heisenberg type sadistic type dude from Breaking Bad. Like it's a smart sadistic. Okay, I'm gonna do this, this, and that. Kids won't know what hit them type shit. But then when you go to
So
the
So let
black,
me let me let me
go
let
ahead.
me, let me ask this question: does the black maid, does she have any like ideology that she stands for, or does she like not value human life, or does she see it in a some sort of like twisted viewpoint or perspective or something like that,
So to
or
make it
is it?
all more fucked up, yes, yes.
Oh,
'Cause I'm gonna do some
all right.
spoilers.
What's her deal?
Yeah, man. So a little bit of spoilers, since we have to get into it to really dive into it. The kids on the farm, they're grown. Imagine some Matrix shit. It doesn't show it, but more or less it kind of alludes to it. Like the kids are grown on a farm, like they're in eggs or bubbles, I don't know. Then they pop, and then they get put into the orphanage. And the whole time they grow up until they're like 13, they're taking these tests, they're eating good, all this and that. Pretty much just making a fatter, better cow to be eaten. So all the it becomes known that the black maid, she went through the same shit these orphans are going through. Like she was
Mm-hmm.
going to be eating all that other type of shit, but she did so well in her studies, this, and that they allowed her to pretty much be an overseer. It's kind of like having a house nigga on the slave plantation. You got that one who does so well that maybe we can elevate him to watch over the other niggas. Same shit.
Mm-hmm.
Be part of the system. Then she eventually got up to now where she is the almost mother. Anyways though. So they explain all of this shit and they show her background. Understand like okay, she went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? She saw people die. She doesn't have any friends. She knows that humans are being eaten. This and that. But I mean, I'm sorry. They explain all
Just
that, and you're kind of just like, okay, I get why you're fucked up and why you're doing what you're doing. But my problem is, if this the same for her, if that's the case for her, then it's the same for Mother. Mother would have grew up on a farm or whatever. Like it's the same deal. That's all I'm trying to say. Mother, the person who runs the orphanage, went through the same shit as the black lady to get in the same position she's in, but she is not sadistic and fucked up like the black lady is, or in the same cringy, don't like that type of person kind of way. And man, I don't know. I don't know. It just bothers me, man. Big time. Big time. It was already weird to see them try to portray our characteristics good with the big lips and kind of bulky body. But then just to add the whole anime aspect to it just made it way worse. Mostly because you get to compare her to everybody else in the anime who's not as fucked up. And I'll just be like, damn, man, this shit bothered me. That shit bothered me. But she's dead now, anyways. But still, her whole little introduction and everything about her just had her just like, God, this is weird. This shit is cringy as a black person watching other people portray black people. I don't know, man. But that's my little deep dive on that. That shit just bothered me a bit with that show. It's a great show though, but God, man, they
hey, I can understand why it wouldn't sit well with you, man. You know, I
hell,
feel like if anything else, just because like I seen like some of the drawings and depictions of her, like some screenshots from the anime and the manga, I'm like, okay, maybe if she wasn't a evil person, this might be all right. But then again, they do go over the top when they want to really show that, damn, this person is a piece of shit. They ain't shit, dude. They an ugly
yeah,
motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You see the expressions that they have. That's not no nice expression. That's not no pretty expression. Huh? That's not the face a good guy make.
hell no. Yeah, man, yeah, that
So
shit
let
just
me ask
bothered.
you this. So what if it was different, right? What if they had instead of the black maid was Mother, and then Mother was the white maid, but equally as sadistic and crazy as everything else. But the black mother is like, yeah, I know I'm selling these kids off, but I don't want them to know.
I don't know, man. I don't know, cause I don't know how much of what I'm saying. I don't know how much of what I'm saying has to do with. Well, let me rephrase. I don't know how much with what I'm saying. I don't know where the line stops and starts, where it's a race issue, and then where the line starts and stops, where it's just the way and the way anime is done doesn't really jive well with the way they had this character. I don't know. I don't know, man, because
I
I
don't know. You
know
might
the
have to
answer.
research the works of that particular artist, see if they've drawn
Yeah,
other black people in any other anime or or manga, anything that they done made, because that might have just been their deal for a particular character, and that's just how they wanted to do it. And that was the
yeah,
best way that they felt that they could get that point across. Besides doing it, because people gotta stand out. Like it's millions, I would believe, if not hundreds of thousands of manga artists in Japan, and then for Korea, China, everybody trying to get their stuff out there. Shoot, hey, they stuff became an anime. Said what made it stand out, man? We got this black crazy nurse. That's what made them say, you know what, this thing might just sell internationally.
man. I don't even fucking know. That shit's weird. That shit's weird. It'll be interesting to see if they put another black character in the show. Then I'll really be able to judge. Okay, they did this character justice. I guess was trying to really make it known that the black maid was evil as hell. But even then, man, like part of me wants to say that even if the roles were reversed and the black maid was Mother and Mother is a white maid, I don't know, man. I just the way that we're depicted in by other races already. I still feel like they would have found some way to
I
make
think
her
just
like
because of the show that it is, it's still gonna come off that way. Just because we talking about children being growed up from birth, to be sold off to people that's gonna devour them, and abuse them, monsters. Shit, things was going on in some of the plantations or whatnot. Shoot, some horrifying stuff to niggas that didn't want to obey and listen. Some horrifying stuff. Shit.
Yeah. Anyways, man, that's my little rant on Promise Neverland. I did not appreciate how they depicted her from the jump, and it just got worse from the characteristics, how you look, to the whole. Okay, this bitch is fast, super strong, and way better than everybody else physically. Which I mean, it makes sense. It's just in a lot of ways, I feel like they're just playing on stereotypes, man. I don't know though. It is
So
what it
did
is.
she die?
So,
Did she die a climatic death? Did she die the death that she deserved?
she went out good. She went out like a G. I'll say that much. She went out helping the kids escape. She, in a nutshell, spoiler alert for anybody listening, she realized that mother. Let me backtrack this. This is how evil they made this bitch be, bro. It introduces her. Mother's like, "Hey, black maid, help me with these kids." Yada yada yada. I'm having a problem with them, and I have not reported to the higher ups yet because I got it under control. As soon as mother leaves the black maid's like atmosphere, I don't know, area, it shows the black maid turn around and have one of those evil self-thought moments. Like she's thinking to herself, "Oh, well, I'm just gonna catch the kids myself and report mother, and I'm gonna be the new mother." It was just everything about her was evil, man. So fucking evil. So then
She had plans of taking over some stuff from the jump.
hell yeah. And I'm just like, damn, right? Golly. But anyways, though, she eventually realizes that mother already knew she was gonna try all that type of shit. And once that happened, she started to help the kids. But yeah, mother took care of her. She got her ass whacked.
Mother
Hell yeah.
handled that.
Like a boss. I'm just like, damn, man, that show is great. That I didn't like that part or aspect of the show, but that show was amazing.
Does it have another season that is supposed to drop, or is it like concluded at the end?
It's supposed to come up. I think the new season is supposed to come out later this year. I know for sure it's a new season. I'm pretty sure it'll be this year.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man. That shit was great. Cannot flex. Not one bit. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, then we can wrap up the podcast. But that they show you the show from the perspective of the orphans the whole way through, from when from when they're under the impression that it's just an orphanage to when they find out that it's not just the orphanage to when they think, okay, how can we get out of here? And man, it's amazing. It'd be like you and me trying to come up with a plan to get out of prison based off of having no information about the prison. We got to figure shit out. Okay, if this happens at 10 o'clock and it's been happening for the last 10 years, and that means we can do this, and that. That shit was deep, man. That shit was deep. It was deep. My hat's off to him. But anyways, man, fuck that little bitty part of the show, but the show overall was good.
All right.
Kind of was just ranting there, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, man.
Ain't what it ain't. Okay, well, I guess I'm done ranting on that part. Did you
All right. Well, we can go ahead and wrap this up then, man. I think we've talked long enough for the listeners' ears. So yeah, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. I hope you had a wonderful breakfast. I hope you had a wonderful dinner. I hope you had a wonderful lunch. If you didn't eat today, drink some water and pray for a meal. And somebody will feed you. Okay? Pray for a meal.
Anime.com. Submit your material. On the NJ Podcast. Until next time.
Deuces.
Don't forget to check out blackmenloveanime.com for funny videos, gifts, memes, and other things that the community submits, and you can enjoy some of that cultural perspective that we love to give as black people. And no, it's not just for black people. Deuces.